In the early morning of December 12, 1936, heavy gunfire suddenly erupted in Xi'an. German Communist Party member von Herbert, who had been in China less than a year, felt uneasy and planned to seek out a well-informed friend to inquire about the situation. However, he was tragically shot en route and died after being rushed to the hospital. Von Herbert had been a dentist, and coincidentally, a new dental clinic opened nearby shortly after his death. Luo Ruiqing, who had long been responsible for protecting top leaders, had to ensure the safety of the negotiating delegates on his trip to Xi'an with Zhou Enlai. Therefore, any potential threat had to be addressed in its infancy. Upon learning about the new clinic, he decided to send a comrade, under the guise of a toothache, to investigate. To his surprise, the doctor proved highly skilled, and his symptoms were significantly alleviated after his colleague's treatment. During his observation, the dentist, who was over 50 years old, appeared to have no obvious flaws in his speech and demeanor. However, driven by professional sensitivity, Luo Ruiqing decided to go in person. He exploited his gum inflammation and went to the clinic alone. Upon first meeting, the dentist appeared affable and courteous, and the treatment went smoothly. As they parted, Luo Ruiqing casually asked, "Doctor, are you from Northeast China?" The dentist hesitated, then smiled and said, "Did you hear that? I escaped after the Japanese occupied Northeast China." Luo Ruiqing didn't respond, his doubts lingering. He looked up and saw a portrait hanging in the atrium. Pointing, he asked, "Is this Sun Simiao? Which dynasty did he live from?" The dentist replied without hesitation, "From the Qin dynasty." Luo Ruiqing asked again, "Is he from Zhejiang?" The dentist shook his head. "No, from Hanqing, Shanxi. His tomb is there." At this point, Luo Ruiqing was certain the man's identity was a fraud. He quickly contacted the Northeast Army garrison and returned to the clinic with armed soldiers. The sudden appearance of military and police caught the Japanese spy, disguised as a doctor, off guard, shocked that his identity had been exposed through a single dental procedure. During the interrogation, Luo Ruiqing uncovered the mystery. Luo Ruiqing, despite his towering stature, was meticulous and repeatedly achieved remarkable success in investigations. As early as his Red Army days, he had discerned subtle clues, solved major cases, and even indirectly saved his own life. In February 1930, the February 7th conference was held in Jian, Jiangxi province. This conference not only promoted the development of the southwestern Jiangxi base area, but also launched the party's internal anti-counter-revolutionary campaign. Historically, this campaign was severely over the top, resulting in the unjust victimization of numerous cadres. Luo Ruiqing, then one of the party's security officials, gradually realized the destructive nature of the campaign, while participating in the investigation of the AB group, and consistently insisted on the necessity of evidence. At this time, a serious poisoning incident occurred. A misidentified drug in the health department poisoned the instructor of the guard company and the head of the confidential affairs section. Both served alongside the top leader, making the incident highly likely targeting high-ranking officials. During the investigation, Minister of Health Jiang Qixin, a former Kuomintang medical officer, became the prime suspect. Luo Ruiqing, ordered by Nie Rongjin to investigate, immediately established a principle: Jiang must not be presumed guilty. All actions must be based on solid evidence. This position was also supported by Marshal Nie. Luo Ruiqing first questioned the medical staff and learned that many Red Army soldiers, including the two cadres who had been poisoned, had contracted malaria due to acclimatization. The doctor prescribed quinine, a common malaria treatment. Quinine should not cause noticeable discomfort, but the two cadres experienced heartburn and hyperactivity. Their symptoms rapidly intensified, and they became agitated, laughing and shouting, even running through the mountains. They would assault anyone who tried to dissuade them. Bystanders speculated that they had become insane due to the poisoning. After listening to the medical staff's explanation, Luo Ruiqing, with his keen intuition, caught an overlooked detail and asked, "Are you sure it was quinine? Where did you get the medicine?" The medical staff replied that the medicine was distributed from the pharmacy. Luo Ruiqing immediately rushed to the pharmacy to investigate and discovered that all the quinine bottle labels were handwritten. The truth finally emerged. Although the medical staff involved were criticized and required to self-criticize, they were cleared of suspicion of intentional poisoning. Despite Luo Ruiqing's unwavering commitment to seeking truth from facts, the anti-counter-revolutionary campaign, once launched, was like a whirlwind, inevitably leading to casualties. Soon, Yi Qingshan, the most educated doctor in the army, was also implicated. Yi Qingshan had joined the revolution and the party in 1929, and was awarded the rank of Major General in 1955. He was a rare revolutionary backbone. However, during this turmoil, he was implicated by confessions from others and listed as a suspected member of the AB Corps. Faced with an increasingly dire situation, Yi Qingshan was unable to provide sufficient evidence to prove his innocence, and faced imminent execution as a typical example. Luo Ruiqing knew his innocence, but openly defending him would not only fail to save others, but also put himself in danger. He adopted a roundabout strategy, proposing at a meeting that while Yi Qingshan's political stance might be insufficient, his professional expertise was crucial to the army, and he recommended expulsion from the party and probation. This decision formally met the demands of the anti-counter-revolutionary campaign, while effectively saving Yi Qingshan's life. A few years later, this protection paid off. In May 1931, Luo Ruiqing was shot in the face during the anti-encirclement and suppression campaign. The bullet pierced his cheek and damaged his carotid artery, leaving him critically ill. He was rushed to the hospital, where Yi Qingshan performed the surgery, saving his life with his exceptional skills. Luo Ruiqing expressed his gratitude, but Yi Qingshan jokingly said, "This is my way of repaying you for saving my life."